This whole narrative just fell apart, guys.
Privilege of freedom of speech on social media to mislead the rest of the world. It is not about restoring order. It is about destroying the evidence. If it was not for Starling inside Iran, we couldn't have been able to have even these informations. The Islamic Republic does not limit its crimes within its own borders. They kill their opponents at home and target those who expose their brutality abroad. Here, even here, on US soil, and every corner of the world. In Europe, in Canada, in Australia, everywhere. And they are not alone. This is called transnational repression, and the Chinese government helping them, Venezuelan dictators are helping them, Russian mobsters being hired by the Islamic Republic to target their dissidents and opponents beyond their own borders. I now address the representative of the Islamic Republic directly. You have tried to kill me 3 times. I have seen my would-be assassin with my own eyes in front of my garden in my home in Brooklyn. In United States of America, in the courthouse, I have seen my would-be assassin confessing that they have been hired by the Revolutionary Guards to end my life. My crime? Simply echoing the voice of innocent people that you killed them. Your leader, Ali Khamenei, he ordered my killing. He said that American agent who compared compulsory hijab to the Berlin Wall must be killed. I am that woman, and I am not the agent of America. I have agency, but I am thankful to American government and the law enforcement to protect my life. And it was not, if it was not the protection of the law enforcement, I couldn't have been here to testify for millions of people who are facing the same killers, facing the same terrorist regime in my country. Yes, protection matters.
Look at the body language, guys, of this guy.
Unfortunately, I live with survivor's guilt because many Iranians do not have the same protection. The same IRGC with the same AK-47 killed them in front of the eyes of their family member. 2 would-be assassins received 25 years prison sentence here in New York, and I'm going to face 2 other killers being hired by the Islamic Republic in March, and they are the one who were assigned by the same IRGC member to assassinate President Trump. The Islamic Republic rules through fear. It makes people disappear from public life, from memory, from history. So today, I want to record the names of those who refuse to be afraid and erased. Setayesh Shafi'i, 20 years old. Before the internet was cut, she wrote on her social media, "They are cutting off my internet, but I love you all." She was killed by the Islamic Republic IRGC. Raybin Moradi, 17 years old, shot in the back, a young football player. He was killed by the same IRGC. Mehdi Zadparvar, a popular athlete. He wrote on his Instagram before going to the street, "I know I may be killed, but I have no fear. I want my rights."
Wow, dude.
He was killed by the same IRGC. Siavash Shirzad, 30 years old. His family begged him not to go to the streets because of his safety. He said to his family, "I go to the street to celebrate the victory of our revolution because President Trump promised to rescue our lives." He was killed by the same Revolutionary Guards. Negin Qadimi, 20 years old. She died in her father's arms after being shot by the Revolutionary Guards member.
Oh my God, dudes.
This, I feel guilty that I don't name the rest.
You're
The
okay.
list of names goes on and on. They knew they will face guns and bullets, but they wanted justice. So now let me name their killers. Ali Khamenei, who declared protesters would be put in their place. Judiciary Chief Ghulam Hussein Mohseni Ejei and the IRGC commanders who publicly vowed punishment would be maximum. Ali Larijani, who promised no mercy for those who questioned the regime while his own daughter, his own family live here in the United States of America. They don't deserve to enjoy the privilege of freedom in America. Like the other children and relative of the Ayatollah saying death to America, their relative live here in America.
Of course they do. Of course they do, guys.
3 years ago, another
Of course they
Iranian
do.
human rights defender stood here in this room to warn you about another nationwide protest, woman, life, freedom, after the murder of Mahsa Amini for the crime of simply showing a bit of her hair. How many women are sitting here? You could easily get killed simply for showing your hair. Mahsa got killed. That sparked a revolution. And women and men shoulder to shoulder took to the street. More than 700 people got killed. We have seen this before. We have more names to remember. In 2009, Nida Agha Sultan, symbol of more than 100 people who got killed. They named President Obama to protect them. President Obama was looking to open the doors of diplomacy to a regime whose language of negotiating with its own people is guns
violence
and bullets.
Oh,
We've seen this in 2019 with Pouya Bakhtiari, who was killed in front of the eyes of his mother, Nahid Shirpishe. At the same time, President Biden was trying to keep the doors of diplomacy open, handing out billions of dollars to the regime that forced the family members to give money to the regime to take the dead body of their beloved one back. Faith, not back-to-back meetings and empty condemnation. We don't need empty words. People of Iran
action.
are asking the Islamic Republic, are telling you the Islamic Republic no longer can be reformed, and asking you that the Islamic Republic no longer be treated as a legitimate government. Today, the number of those killed is much higher than I told you. This regime, again and again, cannot be reformed. Let me be very clear. The Islamic Republic behave like ISIS, and the Islamic Republic must be treated like ISIS. This is how you can save lives.
This was absolutely heartbreaking. Like, listen, based off of the amount of people that she named here, and understand that the official records of people that have now lost their lives over the last couple of months here, some records are saying somewhere in the 30s. I think Iran specifically is saying somewhere less than like 1,000, 2,000 people. One is entirely too many. Understand that. So I'm not sure that makes it any better here. But just be fully aware here. How many of those people absolutely have similar stories to the story that this woman just told here? She had the absolute luxury being able to say it to the man's face, and the man completely ignored her, bro. All right. Like, he did not care at all. Not a single bit of emotion was showed here. Look at the body language, the cold, closed off. I'm not listening to this woman speaking. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. She's chronicling stories of women who accidentally showed a little bit of their hair, and they were basically sent to their extinction. Guys, this is crazy, dudes. Of course we had to be there, right? Of course we had to. And I think other people should probably be like, you know what, hold on, guys, this has gone too far. Maybe we should also now back the United States of America in this process here. But instead, that's not really what's happening here. They're saying that we have preemptively struck Iran for no reason. Who knows why, right? But yet all of the governments are basically then saying, you know what, hey, I kind of agree, but I'm not going to disagree publicly, because if we could do it, we could do it. We would do it. But you guys did it, but we can't back you. Understand this here, guys. You can't go ahead and say you're an ally when you see something happening, all right? And you're not stepping up. I got yelled at by my manager for saying something in a previous video, about, hey, maybe I shouldn't say it again. Well, long story short, guys, listen. Allies are allies until they're no longer allies, okay? Like friends are friends until they're no longer friends. Family is family until they no longer act like family. I think I can say that, okay? Because if your family say that they're family and friends, and something happens and then they don't show up, what is your, let's say, how do I say this nicely? What do you think your reason for helping them if something happens would be? I don't know. Do you run to the rescue of people who didn't, get you help you while you're down? No, right? Okay. But all right, listen, you guys have an absolutely amazing day, guys. I feel absolutely terrible. I'm definitely glad this is the last video of the day here, guys, because this is going to wreck me here. And I'm not someone who's like overly emotional and things like this, but the stories that were basically being told here are like the stuff of nightmares. And people are living through this every single day, bro.